right, Mattel gave us another of the Dream Sequence Skeletor figures from the new Masters of the Universe movie, and it's Dream Date Skeletor. Now, you might not remember this one. It was much briefer than the HR Skeletor or the Jim Bro Skeletor. So this is the sequence where, right after the Jim Bro Skeletor sequence, he's back on that date from the beginning of the movie, and he's sitting there with a girl, and about halfway through that scene, it transforms into Skeletor, and he's wearing this purple suit. And then he grabs him and pulls him and drags him out of the restaurant. And that sequence is actually right there in the back of the packaging, too. So that's kind of neat that they captured that moment. There was no Panthro cat in there. They threw that in for fun. But the figure, all the other elements there basically reflect the character. I can't remember if he had a cane. I don't think he had a cane. I think he just walked in there. So they just added some extra fun little features to him. But this is the second figure in the dream sequences. The first was the Jim Bro Skeletor, which was the first part of the dream sequence. We got that as an SDCC exclusive. We did a review of that, so go check it out. And now we have this next Chronicles figure here of Dream Date Skeletor, which means hopefully we're working our way toward HR Skeletor. But for now, let's check out this one. And here we have, and here again is that packaging. I wanted to show you the scene where he's pulling He-Man out by the head there. That's from the film. So here we have our guy, essentially, here in his little suit. It's a cloth suit, so it's giving you a little value there to it. You could take the jacket off if you wanted to. You would be able to see the vest and the tie on there with a little tie clip. Of course, all this is painted on. These are not separate layered pieces. This is the newly designed torso in the middle there. So yeah, I mean, it's a newly molded torso. It's a newly tooled shoes for him. He's wearing these little boots now. The hands, you have the alternate hands that are the same alternate hands that came with both Jim Bro Skeletor and the mainline Skeletor in the Chronicles release here based on the film. He's got a newly tooled a sort of, what is this, hood? I don't know if you could I think you could take it off. Let's see here. It doesn't seem to want to come off, so I think it's like molded onto his head. But it's the same head from the other versions where the jaw can move if you wanted to move it. So that's all the same. It's got the same articulation, but now he's got this outfit on instead. He's got all newly tooled body, newly tooled legs. He's not wearing the loincloth, obviously. And he has the cane as his accessory with the Havoc staff is now a Havoc cane. And then he's got the little Panthro cat. So that is all the additions here. So I'm pretty sure this wasn't in the film. Neither was the Havoc cane, but the rest of them is spot on for his look in that brief scene. So the original Skeletor, as we've shown you previously, is here. So it's the same head, essentially, but everything else about him is all newly tooled. So you're getting a completely newly tooled figure other than just the head. So that's pretty cool. That they put all that into it. Gives it a little more value when they charge this. I want to say it was around $50, $60 for this figure. So a little pricey, but they are giving you, a completely newly tooled figure. It's not just a repaint or a repackage. And then, of course, we had the Jim Bro Skeletor, which was also newly tooled in terms of the garments and the midsection. The arm, the legs, everything there was all brand new, but the rest of the core body, I think it was just Skeletor. But love this one. But these are our Skeletors to date. But this one here, again, pretty cool to have another of these dream sequence figures. And obviously, I think everyone is responding that way in the community because it's sold out again. I think it went up for pre-order a second time, and now it's coming out in December. But if you missed it the first time, it is completely sold through, unless you want to pay double or triple for it on the secondary market. So, like I said, it does have the removable jacket. You can see the purple underneath. So he has a whole nother outfit under there. I don't want to take it off because it's probably a little of a pain to get it off and on. I would have liked if they had a little pocket square that wasn't painted on there. If it was just an extra piece of fabric, it would have given it a little bit more value for me, give it a little bit of layering too. But I think it's still a cool figure nonetheless. To get another one of these dream sequence figures is pretty nice. And I honestly didn't think they would have put this one out right now. I would have thought they would have did HR Skeletor because that's what we're all waiting for. HR Skeletor to go with our Jim Bro Skeletor, but now we have the dream sequences in order. I mean, he started as Skeletor. He went to Jim Bro Skeletor, and then he went to the Dream Date Skeletor. So if this is the way we're doing it, we're working our way toward the final one with no comment yet on when that's coming out, but that thing will sell, and I would be hard to imagine Mattel not doing HR Skeletor. But for now, you can get your Dream Date Skeletor. If you love Skeletor and his little memes, this is kind of fun to have, these 3 versions of him from the film right now. But I think he looks really sharp. I do like the additional use of cloth material instead of just painting it on there and just making him a solid mold. It just gives it a little more value, particularly when they're starting to charge $50, $60 for these figures. So that's your look at Dream Date Skeletor from Mattel. All right, that was Dream Date Skeletor. Again, I checked the scene. There is no cane in the film. There is no cat. He does have an open hand he slaps some dude with, so you don't really get an open hand. You get more of a clawed hand, which this one, I guess, works if you want to drag He-Man around, but you don't have an open slap hand. But they're just giving you the same 2 alternative hands that Skeletor had in every single version of Skeletor from the Chronicles line right now, based on the film. But yeah, they just added this for fun. Similar to what happened with the Jim Bro Skeletor. We only see him using one of the dumbbells, but then they also gave you a bar with weights on it as well, which he didn't use, in a gym towel, which is cool, but I don't recall him using that either. But they wanted to give you a little bit more accessories to that set when they're charging $50 for it. But same with this guy here. Would have been not as much fun if you didn't have any accessories. But now we have 2 Dream Sequence Skeletors and then the mainline Skeletor. So we have a lot there. We just need our HR Skeletor to round us out and just finish this set. But again, this was a mainline release, unlike the Jim Bro Skeletor. So this one you could have picked up at Mattel Creations. It was on Entertainment Earth. It was on Big Bad Toy Store. Big Bad Toy Store is taking pre-orders for a re-release in December. So you're going to have to wait until Christmas time to pick this guy up. Otherwise, you're paying $120 plus on the secondary market to pick him up, which I think is a waste. So you could wait a little bit longer for Dream Date Skeletor. No word if they're going to release this guy as a single pack without all the optional or additional parts from SDCC. I know he's commanding quite a premium in the secondary market, over $250 now. But it would be nice if they just released him with 1 dumbbell or something like that and put him in a Chronicles box. Because I know people really want him. He's an amazing figure. And it's just really fun to have him. And then no word yet on HR Skeletor. No announcement. But we'll see. It would be weird if they didn't do it, because it's one of the more requested ones. It's the one we all wanted first, the moment we saw him. So stay tuned for more news. Hopefully we'll hear something before Toy Fair next year. If not, we'll ask Mattel at Toy Fair if there's any plans to continue the movie line. So that's all for this time. We're going to have more coverage of Masters of the Universe as we get more products and see more. We're kind of selective here. There's a lot. We're not going to cover it all. There's a ton of Origin stuff. There's cartoon figures. Then there's the Chronicles figures. It's too much for us to cover. But we'll do something fun with Masters of the Universe soon, tying into the movie from the retro angle as well. So that's all for this time. Like, subscribe, and follow. See you guys next time.